Welcome back to the channel. Look at all these small plastic cheap toys and knickknacks. These are mostly toys, I'd say, less knickknack. This is just a look through, kind of a therapeutic dig through cheap plastic toy video. I think a few folks like these. I did this once a long time ago, and I'm just due. These are just this will be new to me. These are just bags I've had. I'm a vintage and antique dealer, so I have bags of these things that I have just kind of socked away. You know, in the middle of the summer, you get home, you got a ton of stuff from out, picking and searching. You throw some bags here and there, and you forget about it. And now it's November. It's raining out. It's nighttime, so I just dug a few of those bags out. And of course, when you want to find those, the damn things disappear. But when you don't want them, they're everywhere, right? They're in the way. You're tripping over them. But I don't know. I managed to find 3 or 4 bags. I know there's a ton more. I just couldn't find them all. But this is a good start. So let's just look through this. I don't know. Let's see what we got. Let me zoom in. This, obviously, we'll start here. This is awesome. This is an Imperial. You can tell by that. I'm sure this is what caught my eye in the bag. This is like, it's not a Godzilla, but I'm sure it could have been, billed as a Godzilla. Kind of like a Chinosaur, just like a generic, made-up, make-believe dinosaur. Made in Hong Kong, so you know it's good. Sometimes you see a date. I don't see a date, but this is awesome. That drab, kind of like pea green color. That's cool. All right, folks collect those specifically. That genre of toy. Late 70s, early 80s. This, it's got to be just some kind of Disney thing. It says Burger King. I don't know. I'm not a Disney guy, so I have no idea, but it looks Disney. But it says Burger King. It's probably some kind of treat, some kind of prize. Some cheap, generic, just dinosaur toys. Some of these are probably late 90s. And then a lot of these, you can't even tell. I have a bag somewhere. They could have been made, last year, 2023. And this is just an old mold they've been using since 1974, and the paint job is still janky. So you think, oh wow, this is from 1973, but it's actually from 2015. So I'm sure there's ways to decipher. Of course, just good old-fashioned honest wear is a good start, but I buy and sell these. I haven't really, see, there's another one. Look at that. Speak of the devil, same mold. This one looks a little bit finer as far as the detailing and even the paint. So what does that mean? Is it newer? It could be. I think I see some writing on some text or something on it. Oh, China. So who the hell knows? I'm sure someone does. Which one's older? It could be deceiving. This could be the older one. I'm sure there's more than a few of those in there. What else we got? Like a Diplodocus chilling in the lagoon. Look at that. He's kind of happy. I like this one. Friendly, gentile Diplodocus. Look at that. What is this? Like a pony or a baby donkey. Oh, cool. What is this? Like a seal? This reminds me of those things you had in the early 80s in your sandbox. Those cheap toys, but they had a little bit more to them, and they're a little bit bigger, a little more substantial than like a toy soldier kind of thing. I'm not seeing, the lighting is not the best. That's why I love my summertime. You can see I uploaded probably like 900 videos in the summer. Now we're getting into mid, I don't know, autumn. I lose my daylight. I'm in Ohio. It gets dark at 2:30 p.m. now. Check this thing out. This is like a vinyl pig. I have a collection of this. This is a good opportunity. I can kind of tuck this away from my collection. I have a pig line of just vintage toy pigs. That's cool. Another sea lion. That looks newer. Some kind of parrot. This looks like it's a Burger King something prize. This probably came from a Jaoru play set. Cheap plastic play set. What else we got? This is more on the newer side. This is being filmed in 2024, November. That's kind of cool. That purple Stegosaurus. Semi-hollow, maybe. Here we go. This is older. The Lasso Cowboy. What does that say? All right. Timmy. Timmee. Aurora, Illinois. That's cool. It's got a great yellow to it. Yeah, that's great. What else we got? Your parachute, your paratrooper guy. These can be really... I have some of these from the 50s, like, you know, space age stuff, and they're really cool. Here's another one of our buddies. Look at that, number 3. I can do a study on those. It could be a T-Rex or an Allosaurus. Looks more like an Allosaurus. Ankylosaurus, I think these are. I have a million of these damn things. They're everywhere. Triceratops. What else we got in here? This is kind of cool. Alligator. I thought he had gem eyes, like plastic gem. That'd be extra cool. But those are like a green dot paint. Made in China. Oh, it's gonna be from some kind of place. So made in China, made in Hong Kong. I as a collector, I like seeing Hong Kong because it's older. I don't know, denotes, I mean, just off the top of my head, I don't know. It probably ends around 1983-ish, give or take. And then you start seeing made in China, made in Taiwan, and then, you know, now it's made in Thailand. So wherever the work's cheaper, you know. Middle class start growing in China throughout the 2000s, early 2000s. And then, you know, things are made in Thailand, Vietnam. I was there. I was in China during that time, and you know, it was just crazy how there was just money everywhere. This is awesome. This is like a rubber. I like these rubber ones. These probably came in some like egg because you like cram them into like a dinosaur egg. And you could kind of, as a kid, they're fun to play with because you pose one, they could fight with the other dinosaur buddies. What else we got? Oh, this is cool. Wow, like a dragon? It's gotta be, this is just the plastic or the rubber, it goes bad and it kind of turns that color. But this is awesome. He's got his mouth open, got a horn, looks pretty ferocious. Galloping horse, lizard. Squid. Look at that. I just ran into a buddy at the grocery store today. He said he saw a band called Squid Pisser last night. I don't know, it sounds pretty cool. I think they're related to guar somehow. Some pretty heavy stuff. Oh, cool, look at this. Is it a lionfish? That's super poisonous? Wow, yeah, it is. That's a cool toy. Jeez Louise, look at that. You wouldn't want to step on that, right? For its sake and your sake. A bird. Pretty bird. What is this? This looks more than... What is this? A vulture of some sort. I don't have my glasses and the lighting's pretty bad here. It's kind of cool. We're just going through some toys here on a rainy Sunday night. Vintage Classic Solutions and EJ. EJ's things that I've had that I haven't gone through. What is this? Dolphin? This thing is decrepit. Is that just like I don't know how it got to that point. Probably like in a sandbox for a decade. Something like that. What else we got? This cheap plastic. A Jeep. Army Jeep would pull that. This thing keeps popping up. I don't know what this is. Probably Burger King. Something. So who is this? This looks old. Yeah, I think this is another Timmy. Yeah. Made in the USA, Aurora, Illinois. These colors are great. It's like a matte. What's that color? It's not an orange red. That's a great color though. I love colors. Eyes are amazing. I'm grateful I have eyes like this color. Oh man, look at this thing. This is cool. This is made of vinyl. I'm trying to see anything really. This is another one. Wow, another one? Jeez, oh man. That's remarkable. Or is it just the same damn three I've been tossing in that corner? Oh, look at this. This is cool. Another Native American bow and arrow. It's damaged though. This is a great color. I'm sure it's Timmy also. Bam, look at that. This is a soldier, army soldier, bayonet, rifle. Made this. Timmy. Oh, another Timmy. Oh, look at that. Troll. Troll. This is an official troll. There's a lot of knockoffs. So, you know, I was a kid of the, I don't know, I was 5 in 1985. So I guess that's all I gotta say. But the trolls were around. I remember these around, like the mall and stuff. You had a couple of your friends had them, and there's different variations. I mean, this. I'm not a troll expert, though I do remember reading that the original trolls were made of wood, and I think a European origin. I forget what country. Could be Dutch origin. Anyhow. Some are, I mean, I buy and sell these. You know, some are very collectible, some are not. Just like anything else, I guess. Swordfish, bald eagle. That's cool. This may go to something by the way the feet look. Where I live in Ohio as a kid in the 80s, these were almost extinct. And then when I moved back to this area as an adult around 2015, I don't want to say they're abundant, but you can see them almost daily, which is amazing. Now I can go out and see bald eagles almost every day. Pardon me. Johnson. President Johnson. 17th president. President Johnson, 17th president, 1865 to 1869. There's like a presidential series of these. I think these are easy to find even like in the package still. They're made of a cheap, more brittle plastic. Solid. I'm sure those come in handy for some school kid for their report. You know, if they have to report on the U.S. presidents. These things, those LOL dolls, right? Are those future collectibles? They gotta be, right? Certain ones, I don't know. What is this? Number 18, I don't know. This is a smaller Native American warrior figure. This is a smaller one though. It's made of a more flexible. This is funny. Look at this. A little Irish pipe. That's cute. It doesn't really actually work, so you couldn't put shamrocks in there, or even I was thinking like a bubble pipe. You know what I mean? It's probably from like a costume. That's cute though. This I thought was from early or late 80s. Pardon me, late 80s. I think like a play school. I forget the official name. Like a dinosaur and caveman set. And there was a lot of different dinosaurs. I had a few. They're actually really cool. Now, of course, they're collectible. But they were made of like a vinyl squeezy. Oh, what is this? Got some kind of action? But this is like a hard plastic. It must have some kind of action. Some kind of raptor. A giant claw. Man, that would hurt. I don't know. That seemed like a really cheap piece of plastic. Though. I don't know. Let me see. Sometimes the best stuff sneaks the bottom. Another Native American, the rifle. These colors are great. Look at that. Even the design. Man. Okay, here we go. John Quincy Adams, JQ. Let's see. The 6th president, 1825 to 1829. This is that brittle plastic. There's a whole set of these somewhere. The moose. The moose and the hoose. Let's see. Oh, this is like a, what are these called? Spinosaurus? What else we got here? It's like a killer whale. This, whatever this plastic is just definitely not going to survive. It feels like it's breaking up. This is kind of cool. This seems higher quality. Very, oh, Tempo Toys, made in Great Britain. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not a toy soldier specialist because there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot. Even G.I. Joe. I mean, I bought and sold a lot of those in the past couple of years. So I learned about, variations and what's collectible and rare and what's more common. But, when did plastic soldiers come along? Well, those composite ones, early rubber ones, tin ones, the metal ones, those were phased out late 40s, early 50s, and then plastic took over. And it's been here ever since. You might get that PVC vinyl stuff, of course now, but it's been plastic since, the plastic toy era, which is, early mid-50s. This is a nice toy. I wish it was complete. What else we got? Oh, cool. This looks cool. It's a good video for sleeping. Give me the sound. Help you feel peaceful and relaxed. Everything's okay, don't worry. This is a charming little 3-wheeled. These are, I tell you what, I mean, it's the obligatory damage to these tractor guys because no matter, it could be a rubber one, it could be a metal one, a little plastic one. There's always something wrong with these things. Always the head's missing, or the wheel, something, the steering wheel. These are all over my yard in various shapes. This one, and I just kind of like that for some reason. This one may join them, like in a flower pot. This is great. What is it? I can't read what this is. I don't know if I want a real one though, because they're prone to just like you're cruising and all of a sudden like they just tip over. I know that happens, so I don't know what happened to me. That would hurt. If you're like up to, next to one of those at the county fair, a real one, they're massive, and they put weights on the wheels to weigh them down. This is a solid piece of just cheap plastic. This is a T-Rex. Well, there you go. It gives you the information. That's cool. Made in China. It's an ostrich. I love when they give you like the labels. That really helps kids with like their school, with their projects. You glue this on to like your shoebox scene for the zoo or whatever. Here's a lemur. I know that because there used to be there probably still is, or there used to be a famous upright or double bass catalog for double bass strings and rosin and bows and cases, specializing for double bassists. And it was a lemur drawn on the cover. Some random fact. Is that an orangutan? That's cool. Solid vinyl. Snake, yick. This is a long-necked stegosaurus. Let's see what else. I gotta be careful not to repeat, otherwise it'll be like an 8-hour video. Could be it. Let's see. And I have a lot of this stuff. It's just, like I said, you want to find it, it just freaking disappears. And then when you don't want to find it, you're stepping on it. I love these Native American, cool peace pipe ones. See, now look at, good things come to those who wait. What do we have? A warrior. No, you must reflect here. Put down. It's gonna be okay. And then they, this is great. It's solid. It's tiny. My phone's trying to focus. I don't see a name on there. This is cool. Chief looks happy. Cool. A little side note, where I live, probably, 5 miles north of here, northwest, we found the largest collection of Native American pipes, stone pipes, I think in the world, or in North America. It's a substantial find. And in a nutshell, it's right near Lake Erie. There's a plot of land like across the street from Lake Erie, basically, and they're gonna build a apartment complex. And I guess amateur amateur archaeologists made a run for it, and just went to that field and just found whatever they could before they just made a apartment complex there. And I guess that's the way it is. But that's just a side note of the pipe, Native American pipes. This is a cool little figurine. Let's see what else we got. So that means we got any more. Here we go. Oh wow, this is like a, what do you call this? Legionnaire, or I don't think it's Napoleonic. Let's see. Oh wow, pterodactyl. This almost feels like an eraser. It's not. This guy from I don't know. These things are hard to guess sometimes. It's made in China, so it's gotta be, I don't know, it could be 2002, it could be 98, I don't know. Look at this knight, shining armor, or actually in dull matte, semi-plastic armor, semi-hollow plastic. This has to be from just some cheap little horse, play set from a dollar store. This is a shield. Oh, that's cool. Oh wow, that's kind of cool. What does that go to? This feels like it goes to something a little bit more special than, I don't know. Oh, what is this? See, now we're getting good. What is this? This has to go to something. Someone knows, let me know. I'm sure I could find it, but again, this is all new to me too. That's cool. And that's sharp. This has got to be 1960s, the safety factor. Or 70s, because that's, I don't know. This has to be from some set. Interesting. And this is intriguing. There's an allure to this design. I don't know what that is. I feel like we're getting what is this? This is, those are jerry cans, those gas cans for Jeeps. Very, very well designed can. Gas can. What is it? I think there was something in that hand. Maybe a flag. Here's another older soldier. So this is like a hand-painted soldier, and it's just flaked off. Here's something else. Let's see. It's like a colonial, revolutionary era. That long musket rifle and the hat, right? This is unmarked. It had to be from a larger set. Most things were never sold individually, right? It's just, some of these things may have been sold individually if they're special, but I don't even know. These are all really cheap. These are even bags. McCoys. Sometimes you find those. I think the European made. It's like a soldier, or like a knight on a horse. I forget that company. And it's even got a little base. Those were in. I remember getting those as a kid individually. You know what I mean? That you go to the store and they'd be on the shelf. You'd pick. It'd be one, like a knight or a cowboy or whatever. But I don't see any of those. There's a frog or a toad. Or, well, it's kind of like it's not a salamander. It's like in the transformation process. I forget what that's called. Not quite a frog yet. This looks older. Just, wow, it feels older. What the heck is this? It's hard to see. There's nothing on the base. It's a square base. It's like a Pioneer, like buckskin or whatever. Huh. This has an old school look to it. It's matte. I think it's from being in the sandbox and whatever it's chewed. Obligatory kid chew. Yum. Huh. Pioneer or something. That's gotta be 70s, if not late 60s, possibly. What else we got? What's this? Looks ready for battle. Oh, this is a cowboy? It's all beat up. This is Triceratops. This is like the, what are these called? Don't come to me. Don't come to me. I thought it was a Loch Ness monster, but it wasn't. I don't even think it's technically a dinosaur, but it's always, it's called a dinosaur. I forget. These are free bags. This must have been, who knows. What are these from? These are all barnyard animals, right? Farm animals. Got the rooster. Maybe not. You got a lion, or a tiger, a donkey. Oh, these could be from a game. It's a side note, folks. Sometimes you see like an item like this. Oh, it's like a cheap plastic toy dog. No, these are also game parts. There's a game, and you can sell them individually as a game piece, as opposed to like a bag. Hey, a bag for, whatever. $5 plus shipping. You make $3. All right, whatever. Or you can sell the one piece for, I don't know, I forget. It's like $5, $6, $7. But if you have a bunch of them, that $4 or $5 times 5, it adds up throughout your year. So these could be. And I think they're the same exact mold as the game piece. Just a little side note, I don't think it's anything remarkable. It was a goat, a friendly yellow goat. He looks benevolent. Here's a Native American with a bow and arrow. Getting ready to let it rip. I think I already saw that one. I think a giraffe. I'm gonna dig, and then I think that's it, because I don't want to repeat. This is cool. I love the color. Damn, the color scheme. Man, look at that. That's awesome right there. It's like, I even like the mold. Damn, the frills. This is sweet. Someone took the time, lovingly painted the face, the little dot. Look at that. Ding. And then the little mouth. And then with pride, they ding. It's proudly made in probably China, I'm gonna guess. Let me see. This is, sometimes these things have a remarkable charm. Oh wow, what does it say on there? Made in China. See, I'm a professional, folks. I called it. See, train your eye. Vintage and antique dealer trains their eye like a musician trains their ear. What does that mean? I have no clue. I read it in the back of there was a car that had like a bumper sticker. I was trying to read it, and it said, I think that's what it said. All right, let's see. I think that's it. I wish I was a pirate, but it's not. I'd love a good old pirate set, and they have those. I think there's even like a boat. This is that quintessential, iconic, cheap toy dinosaur pose from like the late 20th century. Mid. No, this is probably 1950 through 1980, and then they changed the pose of the long-necked, the Brontosaurus, Brachiosaurus, Diplodocus, that long-necked dinosaur, right? There's a lot of them. And they keep getting bigger. They're all in South America, like Argentinosaurus. They're mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling how big they are. They'll just find one little like part of a bone, paleontologist, and then they can calculate pretty much now with AR or whatever the body size, and it's insane. And for some reason it's in like South America. These gargantuan long neck dinosaurs. I love it. This is cool. I forget what this dinosaur is. That's cool. Is this another one of those T-Rex things? It's like the stressed out T-Rex, like his hands. There's a million of those in the world. No, probably way more than a million. This is another horse. I think we're getting. This is a unique feeling. Is it got a swirl? I probably haven't said it in this video, but I might as well. Collectors love the swirl, the plastic swirl. If you see plastic that has a swirl in it, it's probably desirable by a collector. Who's this guy? Because of the eye appeal, and they're unique because no swirls alike. Really, if you think about it, I don't think I have an example. I pulled this. I had this. This is not from these bags. This is just an old. But this is an old plastic. Apatosaurus. I think it's from a museum in Chicago. My point is, you can see in these old plastics sometimes the swirls. Sometimes they're very, very, very obvious. In the old Marx plastic, it looks gorgeous. And collectors, they pursue that, and they'll pay a premium. You know what I mean? And it could be anything. It could be like just some random, nothing soldier, but if it's got this super awesome swirl, you'll get, a few bucks more. You'll get a few bucks. You won't get rich off it, but you'll make a few bucks. Elephant is a walrus. I like small toe elephants. I accumulate them. I'm not sure where they're at. This is kind of cool. Sometimes the color scheme is all it takes, and it's got me. This red, orange, and this like a violet. I think that's it. I think we've exhausted this box. Oh, this is cool. I don't think we've seen this yet. This is like older school. The screaming Triceratops. No! They call these screamers. That's actually a genre of vintage toys. So for you resellers out there, that's what they're called, screamers. just because of that. This wouldn't be a Chinosaur. So these are actual genres. And genre knowledge will make you money. There's tons of guys and gals on eBay that have channels that specialize in genres, and it's the more you know, the more you'll make. That's the damn truth. Get books. And the cool thing is, like books about collectibles, you can get like $1 each at like barn sales on, like Nippon antique Japanese porcelain, American pottery. Just pick them up because they'll come in handy one day, and they'll make you money. This would be a screamer. Because it's screaming at you. It's not a squeaker. It doesn't squeak. It's a screamer. A Chinosaur is, it's not derogatory. It's a term of the collectors use for like a make-believe dinosaur made in China. It's not like a Godzilla. It's not a dinosaur. It's made in China. It's a Chinosaur. It's gotta be like a bizarro, never existed dinosaur though. I don't know. There's probably one in here. But this camel's cool. It's like an older plastic. Interesting. Huh. What else we got? Oh, cool. What the hell is this? This is funny looking. Is it like a puffer fish that didn't puff yet? Yeah. Wow, look at my knowledge of sea life. Hey, buddy. This is cool. That's some annoying green. Look at these colors together. I love orange. Orange is my favorite color. That green is awesome. And that line, you know, that was made with pride. You know, someone was like, hold on, don't talk to me. Give me a minute. And they did it. You know, and they're like, all right, what? And then, you know, the day went on. But sometimes I like the ones where they didn't have their buddy stop talking. But they're like, you know what? And it's like, and it's just like this, like, screw it. And because those to me have the most character. Because they're unique. That goes back to my half art theory about antique and vintage items. Why do EJ, love antique and vintage items? Because they're unique, and I mean, I love art. I adore art. Art moves me. You know, it really moves me. But I can't afford art yet. But one day I'll be able to. But I just can't do it right now. I have art, and I'm lucky when I find it. And I do have some art by some famous artists and some amazing art. But I can't afford art. Come on, art's like ridiculous. I mean, real art, it's incredible. But antiques is half art, in my opinion. What's that? It's like, well, it's an object that shows consequence and the passage of time. You know, if you want to look at it that way. Consequence meaning, it's beat up. It's got crazing or crackle, or it's matte from just being in a sandbox and being roughed up when it was once shiny. It shows the passage of hands and being dropped, and maybe fixed, or maybe having a million cigarettes smoked around it. Whatever happened to it, it gives it a certain patina or a look. The paint's kind of scratched off, or it's maybe chipped a little bit, or it's worn, or it gives it a warmer, rounder look. It makes it unique, where it's not art, or, you know, art's got intention behind it, you know. Antiques don't have intention, but they have consequence, which gives them a unique look, which to me makes them almost like art, but not really. It's an object I can put on a shelf, and it can move me, maybe like a gorgeous old, you know, glass bottle, or a gorgeous old toy from whenever, you know, or a gorgeous old Halloween item from the 40s. It will move me not as much as a piece of amazing art. Whatever amazing is subjective, but it gets me, it can get me there. And I can afford these things and find these much more so, these antique and vintage items, than art, you know, an oil painting or a sculpture. You don't find those every day or every week, where these kind of things, or antique items, or primitives, they're much more accessible to me where I live, you know. I think that's it. I'm done rambling. I don't know. This is, well, it's gonna be a long video. Cool. That's it. There's no more that's it. There's nothing else that's remarkable. So I want to thank you all for joining me on this rambling escapade through this collection of cheap plastic toys. There'll be more to come. And as always, thanks for checking in.